No sarcastic comments loading right now because this is true life. Serious.
Business.
Serious. Business.
Man, life though.
Life. Camera.
When you make dumb decisions, you learn from them, and then you make better ones in the future.
Yeah, what's
There's
up?
no
What's
such thing
up?
as a dumb decision, right? They're all learning experiences.
Yes, so wisdom with experience, if you will. W-I-E. Why?
That's
Why
not
do we
even
do
a words
that?
on words with friends, I bet. If it was, it'd be worth some points.
we.
All right.
Why we do thee. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Cullen, this is my wife Katie, if you don't know. This isn't a podcast, I just felt like introducing it like a podcast. If this is the first time you've watched this, hey. It's been a while, hey. We made some dumb mistakes in our life, and we're paying the costs. Literally,
I'm looking at the bank right now.
and figuratively, as far as I don't know. It's one of those things, though. You go back and you say, "Well, if that didn't happen, or if you didn't make that decision, then we wouldn't be where we were physically, mentally,
totally.
emotionally, and spiritually, and all that." So
I really seriously don't ever think that I think there's decisions that could have possibly gone differently, but we have no idea. It could have gone worse a different way. So I think there are learning experiences, and I feel like right now, every single random thing that happens, I'm like, okay, instead of like, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Why are we going through this? I'm like, what are we supposed to be learning from this? Because if we don't learn from it, then we are like literally not being allowed to move forward. So I'm like, all right, let's learn all the things and change all the habits.
could you imagine all the stuff and crap we would still have if we hadn't have moved here? Like, as far as all the stuff from the old house, and like just going back and watching some of those videos, it looked like just
a hot mess.
I guess maybe to y'all it did, maybe it looked normal.
No, it did. They always commented that it looked a hot mess.
There was stuff all over, it's on the floor, always on the counters. But when you watch something back from a previous year, or you see pictures, I was just going through some old pictures at my mom's house. It's like your brain gets triggered emotionally back to that day and time, I think. And so when I go back and I watch these videos, it's just like, oh, but you don't know how bad I felt inside. Yeah. Even though it looks bad on the outside.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'll see a clip recently, even before Christmas, where I was like, good grief, we've got stuff everywhere. And you know, in life, your house gets to be a mess, but it's like I don't know, the whole Marie Kondo process started a year ago, but people warned us about this. It turned into more than just your stuff. It was like an emotional, physical, mental cleaning out too. It's like you work so much on stuff that's on the surface, and there's so much that's under the surface that needs just like fleshing out and cleaning out and getting rid of, and like moving on to the next stage in life instead of being stuck at like a different emotional mentality. And I feel like that's been a lot of it too, is not just like the physical stuff, which we still make messes and we still leave crap out and have, you know, stuff everywhere and laundry all the time. But it's the underlying, the closets aren't quite as busting full of crap.
Yeah. Well, and it also feels different with the stuff laying around now. It's like, oh, okay, I know where that goes. I can pick that up in 2 seconds. But not just that, but like it's hard to explain the physiological aspect to it when I see the stuff laying around versus just like the filth and the stuff and the filth you feel inside versus like the cleanliness now, all that. Anyway, we got off on a random tangent there. That's not really what this video is about.
Yeah, we do need to talk about that in the future too, because part of it is the like buying things to compensate for other mental struggles, emotional struggles, finding like joy and happiness in that, when that's not where you should find it, and wasn't helpful anyways.
No,
that's a whole nother video.
That's a whole nother video. And a whole nother video, speaking of the bank, is our budget committee meetings we need to start having again with the Dave Ramsey and getting up on that.
That's something we definitely want to take y'all along with.
Been diving into that a lot recently.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it, but I don't know, it's like we have like 5 different topics right now that I'm like, let's just make these videos and talk to y'all about that. Maybe we'll just go ahead and make several and just put them out and start talking to y'all about it. I don't know.
We got so much more stuff to do. My brain is like racing right now.
I know, me too. I'm like, well, let's just make this one, then we'll cut this one, and then we'll make the next one and go ahead and have that filmed, because...
Anyway, to get to the point of the video,
our Venmo is this. Our PayPal is this if you want to donate money. No, I'm just kidding. House update.
Yeah, house update. We don't have our house on the market anymore. I said that in a previous 2 videos ago, I think. I said, oh yeah, we need to give y'all a house update, and there's been lots of comments about that. Like, well, I thought y'all were moving, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's been on the market for several months.
It was July, the beginning of July when we listed it, so it's been 6 months, actually probably like this week, 6 months. And we kind of knew it might take a little bit of time to sell. It's taken longer than we thought. If you've been following along our journey, if you haven't, just a little brief update. We received an offer on our house that we accepted back in October, and at that time we were like, okay, we have an offer, we're selling our house, we need to start looking. Found a house we loved, made an offer on that was accepted. Everything was moving forward, except our buyers had to sell their house. They have not been able to sell their house yet, and there was another offer that came in on the house that we wanted. So the house we wanted to buy, they accepted another offer. So we're not getting that house that we wanted, which...
Yeah, and there's still like the financial contingencies.
If anything falls through, we're still back up on that.
Yeah,
but
first runner up.
But we will just probably go ahead and write that off.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no reason that they know of that it should fall through. So that's kind of out of the question, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're very much in the mindset and mentality right now of like, if it wasn't supposed to happen, it's not going to, and who knows the reason. But there's something better, whether it's like physically better or like better circumstances or whatever else that needs to happen.
Forward 5 years down the road.
And looking at our situation right now and all this stuff, it's like, we just gotta trust God's plan like we always do and know that it's gonna work out. Yeah. So we're not getting that house that we mentioned previously that we were wanting, that we had a contract on and everything. Our house, well, we still need to sell our house. But our contract ran out with our realtor, and just given some circumstances, we have taken it off the market and we are planning to relist it literally this week.
Yes.
Just kind of redoing some things,
getting new pictures taken. I'm actually
stuff
ready to go. I'm gonna go paint the bathroom upstairs like today, sir. Today. I'm literally, if I don't get it painted today, I'm gonna tape it up and get it ready and all that. But
well, and there's things, I mean, obviously that doesn't like have to be done, but there's some things looking back. We made a whole video that we shared with y'all on staging our house and like how to stage your house. And looking back on that, the strategies we used for staging this house, we used the same strategies we had used for staging our old house, which was about 1/3 the size of this house. And with a smaller house, it's important to clear out more things, make more space, make it look more open and larger. And in this house, it's a very large, open house anyway.
We used a different strategy.
And it needed to have more decor and be more cozy. And, I think our last house sold so quickly that we were like, okay, this one's gonna sell quickly too. So as we're staging it, let's just pack everything up and be ready to move.
Yeah.
And that it wasn't as cozy of a feel when you came through it. Right. So, we've learned some things. We overpriced it a little bit to begin with because we were like, well, we need to sell it, but we're not like in a massive hurry. That's not a good idea. Don't do that.
Yeah.
If you're planning to sell your house, don't initially overprice it.
And don't calculate cosmetic value into a house. I mean, the cosmetic stuff that we did, we kind of tacked on to the top of the price versus like if somebody just came in, they would have never known if that was done previously. It was like, oh, I like this house because of the way it is. Not, oh, I shouldn't be charged for something you decided to do.
To paint or change light fixtures or whatever else.
Do all that kind of stuff cosmetic wise. But so we...
I mean, when you initially overprice it, people aren't going to be as interested because it's overpriced. And then the longer that it sits, the more people are like, this has been on the market for a while, what's wrong with it? Like, there must be something wrong with it.
When there's a contract that gets put on it, that kills all the traffic too, because it goes, I mean, how many times have you scrolled over something that says contingent? You
And
just
I'm like,
go
oh, I
straight
won't
past
look at
it.
that one because I don't want to have to worry about, you know, all of that. So, which we realized that we did to the people whose house we were buying. And the whole time I was feeling bad, but it was one of those situations where you have to learn to deal with something you have no control over. Like, obviously you have control over selling your house.
You related that to like the whole pregnancy excitement of like, are we gonna hear anything?
Yes.
And it kind of goes back to the whole thing with the Marie Kondo and the clarity and the mindset and the people we're working with and that kind of thing about like understanding like, okay, this isn't working, our relationship with everybody in this whole circle isn't working necessarily, so we need to take a step back, take a deep breath, and start fresh. And it's a new year, so here we are.
Yes.
We took our house off the market, it's going back on, and we're gonna have to start over.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
I'm excited now.
I will say too that the people who were wanting to buy our house are still interested in buying our house. They still haven't sold their house though, so that's, you know, that's still up in the air as far as that goes, but that's still a possibility. But we have some new marketing strategies, new things we're gonna be doing. So
you'll be on the lookout. We might have to be showing some stuff on the internets. Crib
if y'all know anybody who is looking for a house in Alabama, just like a big house with, you know, 5 bedrooms and a bunch of space that they might need for their multiple kids, more than the 2 that we have. Who knows? Maybe somebody with only 2 kids wants this house. But
send them this video and tell them to leave a comment.
Tell them to call me. My number is...
Call me, Alabama. Alexander Sonora.
But seriously, we just wanted to give y'all an update because I know y'all have been invested in this whole process, you know, too. And we appreciate all of y'all's thoughts and concerns and all of that as well. So we want to update y'all with this type of really personal stuff. It's hard to share too much, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of a line.
But stay tuned because we're going to get a little more personal.
We might just say, screw it, everybody come on over. Let's just, y'all come help us sell this house.
Well, I think we're going to like really get into the whole money situation, finances and stuff like that.
Oh, that personal
That's pretty personal. Stuff you don't talk about on YouTube.
Yeah.
Money, religion, and politics, but we're going to dive into several of those.
I think we
aspects.
Things that we probably shouldn't talk about, but whatever.
Yeah, because it's like just real life and we're gonna share what we want with y'all.
The stuff that I wish I could find videos of people sharing their stuff, and I'm like, but they don't tell me like how they did this or that or the other and how did they do that. So I think we might share some of that stuff.
Oh, it's so hard to just think about how we could have been in a new house before Christmas.
We had, so yeah, when we started,
Don't get me started again. That was it.
We started our process. We were going to be able to close by November 29th, basically.
Yep.
And here we are, January 7th.
But it was still nice to have one last Christmas, hopefully, in this house. If we're here until next Christmas, then somebody just come over here and drag us out.
We won't be. Somebody's gonna drag us out before then. It's not gonna be somebody on YouTube. I mean, if we're here next Christmas, then something crazy's happened. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was a quick little update. We still got some New Year's footage and stuff like that I'm gonna post, and maybe, I don't know, we'll see, it just depends.
We've had this footage for a minute and Cullen keeps being like, I mean, I don't know.
We just feel like this was more important to post, and yeah. Dropped a new podcast on how to live longer, so go check that out.
You did, not me.
Yeah, and stay tuned for a bathroom painting montage. In the next video.
How about that? I got some podcasts out. I did a couple before Christmas and continuing it after Christmas on kind of my journey through the whole codependency recovery process of finding yourself. That explains any of it. So the first 2 were posted already, and then the other, I have like 8 more scheduled that are coming up in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned.
Sad house update, exciting future to come, hopefully. We will see what OTFS.